without doubt, one of the most frequently asked questions I get from people coming over to Bali is, do I need to get a new SIM card, or can I just use my Australian or my foreign phone? Look, it does depend on a couple of things. If your phone's locked, it becomes a bit of a problem trying to get a new SIM over here. So if you're on contract, you need to check before you leave if it's locked or if it can be used with a different SIM card. Secondly, it depends on how much you want to spend and how much phone use you want to do. Number one, you almost don't get any phone time on a SIM card that you buy in Bali because they're data only. But everyone over here uses an app called WhatsApp. So every tour guide, every restaurant, every hotel, almost every single business uses WhatsApp as a way of communication. So they're only using data. You can make phone calls on WhatsApp to other WhatsApp users, and I very strongly recommend you download it with your own home number before you get here. That way you don't have to remember 2 numbers. So load WhatsApp on your phone, decide if you're going to buy a SIM when you get over here. And the reason for that, if you go on a Telstra package, I believe it's about $10 a day while you're over here. So you might be over here for a week, that's $70. A SIM card with 30 gigs of data is only going to cost you about $20. So you turn your data off, you swap your SIM card over. It does take a few minutes to get your phone configured, but once it is, you've got 30 gigabytes or more, depends on how much you buy, to use while you're over here. You can do, and for maps, finding your way around, for making reservations, or to check where you're supposed to be staying. And simply, if you go to some of the local tourist venues, I've heard rumours that they're starting to ask the tourists to prove that they've paid the tourist tax, and if it's on your phone, you've got a receipt on your phone, and you've got data, you'll be able to pull up your Gmail account or whatever and show them the evidence. So I definitely recommend you keep a phone. At least one person in the group has a phone. You might be able to hotspot that to the rest of the group. So if you're all together, the kids can be on their phone messing around. But the cost of not having, of using home data could be well in excess of $100. If you're coming over here and you're making any phone calls to Australia, they are going to be at a premium rate. So my strongest recommendation is, when you're coming over here for more than 5 or 6 days, get a SIM card. They're $20, they last for 30 days, and you can get up to 70 or even 100 gigabytes of data. You'll never use that much up. I'm on the phone all the time with YouTube and with my vlogs and stuff like that, and I don't go through any more than about 30 or 40 gigs, and that's in a big month. So get a SIM card. There's plenty of places to go. Listen, I was at the airport the other day and I checked out the cost of SIM cards over there, and then I went up to my mate Katut to find out what his prices are. I'll put the video on, let you have a look for yourself, but look, my recommendation is, if you're coming over, unless you're on a company card, and it doesn't matter, I'd be buying a SIM card. It's a little bit cheap, peace of mind, and you're not going to go home with a $500 bill. And it does happen all the time. People are on data roaming, they don't know what sort of plan they're on, and next thing you know, they get jacked up through the roof. So be careful, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello. How much is a SIM card here? Here we go.
Yeah. Hello.
There we go, $25 thereabouts for 18, 35 for a 43. That's pretty good. And that lasts for 30 days, this one?
Yeah.
And eSIM, berapa? This one here. Ah, okay. 15 gig is $30, 25, $40, 38 gig for $500. Now, is that loaded straight away?
What do you mean?
If you buy the SIM, is it active straight away?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no delay, no problem?
No.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm back here at KW Tours, right opposite the Grand Mass in Legian, Kuta, and I came in to ask Katut a couple of questions, because when I came through the airport the other day, I noticed all the guys selling SIM cards, and I'll tell you what, their prices are not that cheap. I saw cheap, it's like 15 gigabyte cards, and they were selling them for I think $25. Hello. There is just so much choice when it comes to SIM cards, and if you're getting it all confused, my recommendation, my personal recommendation, for 2 reasons. One, because he's a mate of mine, 2, because every time you every time you buy a SIM card from my mate Katut, he's located in downtown Legian, Kuta, he donates that money. You've got to mention Muzza and he'll donate $5 or a 5 kilo bag of rice to Bali Donate, so we can take that up into the village and feed some of the poor people. So if you're going to give it to someone, you might as well give it back to Bali a little bit and give them a little bit of relief. There are phone card places everywhere, eSIMs and normal data SIMs. This place has changed so much over the years. There's a duty-free place and there's a liquor store on the outside. There's even restaurants. So if you got off the airplane and you don't want to go, here we go. And there's Pete. Normally, when I turn up at this side of the airport, she's sitting there looking through the crowd for the fat bald fella. But I'm just over here just to give you a look. Look at all these phone shops. So I come down to my mate Ketut because not only has he got probably the cheapest SIM cards in Bali, but he's the only guy that I know of that donates a bag of rice, 5 kilos of rice every time he sells a SIM card, only if you mention Muzza. So if you mention Muzza, he donates that. That's the rice that we take up to the villages. So huge thanks, Ketut. Because of you and because of our supporters, we've been able to donate thousands of meals all around Bali. We've as far north Bali, as far east, and almost as far west as you can go as well. And it's just so nice and rewarding just to be able to pay a little bit forward. So if you want to make a small donation to Bali, come and buy a SIM card of Ketut, because not only it's going to be the cheapest in the market, but you get to meet his smiley bugger and his staff is here as well. They're all great, they're fantastic. And if you want a driver, if you want to go on a tour, if you want to rent a brand new moped, this is the safest and the best place that I know of to go and get them. So listen, just a quick, I want to talk about eSIMs, because some of the new phones you can't put a SIM card in, like the new iPhone 15. You've actually got to get an eSIM, so that's what they look like.
Yeah, this one, the eSIM. We have sell the eSIM for 25 gigabyte. The price is 350,000 rupiah only.
Which is in Aussie dollars about 35 bucks.
Yeah.
And that lasts for a month?
Yes, for 30 days.
30 days. And hey, listen, he's still doing the same special. This one, 40 gigabytes, if it's the old-fashioned SIM, 40 gigabytes, am I right, 20 bucks?
Yeah, 20 bucks.
200,000 rupiah. And out of that, he donates a bag of rice.
Yeah.
So honestly, he's not making any money out of them, but especially if you tell him that you're with Muzza, because he's not only going to look after you with the SIM cards, he's definitely going to look after you with everything else. And the big one, you got a 60.
We have the smallest one. We have 24 gigabyte. This one only $15. $15. Yeah, 15 bucks. This one, and then also we have 40 already mentioned with Muzza.
Yep.
20 bucks, and then this one for 60. Oh, sorry, wait a minute, sorry. 51, we have 51 gigabyte also. This one for the 250,000 rupiah.
25 bucks.
Yeah, 25 bucks. And then also we have 60. This one for the 275 for this one.
Wow.
And then for the we have 60, and then also we have 70.
Wow.
This one for this one only for 350,000 rupiah. Yeah,
Jeez.
for the biggest one. This one, yeah.
So to bring your SIM, to get your phone activated in Indonesia, they have to adjust the internal information in the phone, the IMEI number, I think it's called. And so Ketut can do all that within minutes. As soon as you turn up here, they can just go in and adjust the settings of the phone so it can take, so it's registered on the local network for 30 days, and he'll fix all that up. And with the eSIMs, that's pretty straightforward as well.
Yeah, this one is eSIM also similar to it, but don't forget, bring the real passport.
Yeah, so
real passport.
You need to bring your passport, because for them to authenticate it for this region, they've got to have a copy of passport photo. So bring a passport, bring your phone, and preferably not a copy of the passport. It's got to be the real thing. Bring your phone with you, and within minutes they can do it. Now sometimes it takes a few minutes or up to 20 minutes or something to activate, but look, here's the difference. I know there are sometimes certain phones or certain situations, depending on who your carrier is, if it's locked or anything like that, where it can be you've got to come back to get it sorted out because it doesn't actuate properly. If you've done this at the airport, you can't get back into that part of the airport, or it's bloody hard to get it fixed up, so you can't go back to the place you bought it for and say, hey, let's sort it out. And that's the best thing about coming down to Ketut, because while you're down here, you can check out all the tours. You can have a talk to their staff about all the locations and where to go and what to see in Bali. And if you do have any issues, my old mate Ketut can look after you. So, hey, thank you so much for the big bags of rice. That's 5 kilos of rice. That's a lot of food. That'll last an average, like a single person, about 50 meals. So there's best part of a month's worth of food there. You can imagine how far it goes up in the villages on people with very, very limited income. So I'm so grateful for Ketut for getting behind Bali Donate and for helping us out. And look, we back him all the way, because every time we do Bali Donate, guess who's right there with us? Ketut and his drivers doing the best they can for us. So hey, thanks brother. And every time I pop in here, and if you're nice and you spend enough money, he might buy you one too. But bloody hot day, so I might have to wash it down because I'm getting a bit past. Thanks brother.
Yeah, thank you sir. Love you, yeah.